Elon Musk paid $44 billion for Twitter, fired half the staff on day one, lost billions in advertisers, renamed it X, and called it the best decision he ever made. This is not just the story of a bad acquisition. This is the story of what happens when the world's richest man buys the world's most powerful microphone and decides he knows better than everyone. By 2022, Elon Musk was untouchable. Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, The Boring Company, a track record of doing things that experts said were impossible. He had turned Tesla from a dying startup into the most valuable car company on Earth. He had made NASA dependent on a private rocket. He had become the richest human being in recorded history. And yet, he had a problem money couldn't solve. He was obsessed with Twitter. Not as a user, as a weapon. He had moved Bitcoin by billions with a single tweet, destroyed short sellers, fought the SEC publicly, built a personal brand worth more than most governments. I mean, he had 100 million followers and understood the platform better than anyone running it. Twitter was where presidents made announcements, where markets moved on a sentence, where wars started and ended in the court of public opinion. Twitter wasn't just a social network. It was the infrastructure of the global conversation. And Musk believed it was being wasted by people who didn't understand what they had, so he bought it. In April 2022, Musk started buying Twitter stock quietly. By the time Twitter's board noticed, he had already owned more than 9% of the company. They invited him onto the board. He declined. Instead, he made an offer to buy everything, $54.20 per share, $44 billion total. Twitter's board resisted, then accepted. And then Musk tried to escape. He claimed Twitter had lied about fake accounts on the platform. He said the deal was dead. He walked away publicly. Twitter sued him to force the sale through. His private text messages were subpoenaed and released in court. They showed a man who had made a $44 billion decision in a matter of days, impulsively, almost casually, and was now legally trapped by it. In October of 2022, facing certain defeat, Musk completed the deal. He walked into Twitter headquarters carrying a kitchen sink. It was his idea of a joke, letting it sink in. Nobody laughed. What happened next was unlike anything corporate America had ever witnessed in public. Day one, he fired the CEO, the CFO, and the head of legal. No warning, no transition plan. Gone before lunch. Week one, he laid off 4,000 employees in a single afternoon. Half of the company, entire teams just deleted. Some found out when their access card stopped working. Week two, he sent the remaining staff an ultimatum. Sign a pledge committing to extreme, hardcore work, or take 3 months severance and leave. Hundreds of engineers, including some of the most senior people at the company, walked out. Then came the product decisions. Verified blue check marks, previously a symbol of credibility, became a paid subscription. $8 a month. Within hours, the platform was flooded with fake verified accounts. A fake Nintendo account posted an obscene image, a fake LeBron James account demanded a trade, and a fake Eli Lilly account, verified blue checkmark and all, announced that insulin was now free. Eli Lilly's stock dropped billions in minutes. Advertisers didn't wait to see what happened next. General Motors, Apple, Amazon, Pfizer, IBM, Disney, the biggest brands in the world, pulled their spending, one by one, in the same week. Twitter lost an estimated $5 billion in advertising revenue in its first year under Musk. The site crashed repeatedly, features broke without warning, the engineering team that had kept the platform running for 15 years was gone. The ones who remained were working 80-hour weeks trying to hold it all together. Now, at one point, Musk introduced daily limits on how many tweets users could read on Twitter. He renamed the company X, removed the blue bird, projected a giant glowing X onto the San Francisco headquarters, until neighbors complained and the city forced him to turn it off. Employees who had survived the layoffs watched the company they had spent years building be dismantled in real time on the platform itself by the man who now owned it. Here is what the acquisition looked like on paper. Musk paid $44 billion in October of 2022. By early 2023, Fidelity, one of the major investors, had marked down the value of its stake by 65%. Musk himself wrote the company's value down to approximately $20 billion. Half the purchase price, evaporated in less than 6 months. The debt taken on to finance the deal costs approximately $1 billion per year in interest alone. A company that had never consistently made money, now carrying a $1 billion debt burden every single year. And advertising, which had always been Twitter's primary revenue source, was in freefall. These are not the numbers of a visionary disruption. These are the numbers of the most expensive social media acquisition in history going badly wrong. But here is what makes the Twitter story different from every other collapse we've covered. When Theranos fell, patients were misled. When FTX collapsed, investors lost money. When Luna crashed, billions disappeared overnight. Yes, all of those were devastating. All of them affected real people in real ways. But when Twitter changed, the infrastructure of global public conversation changed with it. This was the platform where governments announced wars, where whistleblowers broke stories, where markets moved on a sentence, where the world's most powerful people spoke directly to the world's most ordinary people, without filters, without editors, without gatekeepers. And in October 2022, one man bought all of that. Not a government, not a board, not shareholders. One man with his own politics, his own moods, his own agenda. The world's richest man, a major government contractor, and increasingly active political figure, all of that concentrated in one person controlling the town square. Whether you think Elon Musk is a genius or a threat, that level of concentrated power over public speech should make everyone think twice. The story of Elon Musk and Twitter is a story about the limits of genius. Musk had done the impossible before, multiple times. Tesla, SpaceX, both written off by experts, both proved wrong. He had a track record that made people stop questioning him. But Tesla and SpaceX were engineering problems. You could measure progress, test a rocket, ship a car, iterate on a battery. Twitter, though, was a different kind of problem entirely. Twitter was a human problem, built on culture, trust, habit, and community, things that can't be optimized with a spreadsheet. You can't fire the people who built the culture and then expect the culture to survive. You can't move fast and fix the thing that made the platform worth $44 billion in the first place. You can't iterate your way to trust once you've broken it. Engineering can be optimized, revenue can be built. Trust, once broken at scale, is the hardest thing in the world to get back. The world's richest man paid $44 billion to learn that lesson, and he's still learning it. Elon Musk paid $44 billion for Twitter. He fired half the staff, lost billions in advertisers, watched the value collapse by half, and renamed it X. And through it all, he never stopped saying it was the right decision. Maybe he was right. Maybe X becomes something Twitter never could have been, a truly free, truly open, truly powerful platform. Maybe the chaos was the price of transformation. Maybe history will call this the moment someone finally broke the thing that needed breaking. But history has a long memory, and it tends to be unkind to people who confuse confidence with competence. $44 billion. It's a very expensive way to find out which one you are. So, was this the worst business decision in modern history? Or is Elon Musk playing a game that nobody else quite understands yet? Drop your answers down in the comments below. I read every single one. And if you want to keep following the money, wherever it leads, you already know where to subscribe.